Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Here we read, owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves another has fulfilled the law. Now we see, when we talk about debt, according to Romans chapter 13, verse 8, God is talking. Paul was speaking to the Romans church, and he was telling the Romans church not to owe anyone anything except to love one another. And when he was speaking about loving one another, he was making the Romans to understand that the only debt that we are left with is the debt of love, loving one another, because that is the law of the one who loves his people. So when we talk about debt, we have to understand it is a two-edged sword. Debt is a two-edged sword. When used wisely and moderately, it clearly improves welfare. The moment we use it clearly, wisely, in moderation, it clearly improves welfare. It perfects the welfare of a person. And then you can start wondering why this man is saying, when we use debt in a wise and a moderation way, it improves welfare. Does it mean we who are in debt, who are the borrowers, it means we never use it in a way that can improve our welfare? No. Sometimes you can work hard using the debt so that you can expand the business, but because there are some challenges in life, you find yourself failing to use that debt in a manner that will improve your welfare. Having a debt is not a sin. Having a debt is not wickedness. But borrowing with an intention of not to pay is sin, and it is wickedness. So it is good, because when you borrowed, you had an intention of improving your welfare, of expanding your business, of becoming who you wanted to become. But due to some challenges, financial challenges, some of us were attacked by spirits of poverty that frustrates us every time when we take debt, and we have hopes that through this debt we will improve our lives, and there we will clear the debts from those who lended us, and then we improve our life. But we find things not working as we planned. So that is where we hear you have to pray to God, because according to the book of Haggai chapter 2, verse 8, he's saying that silver and gold are his. And because silver and gold are for the Lord, when we call unto him, he will see us through, and he will make ways for us. But when used imprudently and in excess, the result can be disaster. So we must be very careful and pray God to help us, so that the devil cannot put us in these results of producing disaster. According to Romans, we find that love is the one debt that is never paid off. Love is that one debt that is never paid off. Any other debt, when you borrow, whether you like or not, according to the Bible, you must work hard and pray God to help you so that you can pay it back. But loving somebody or someone loving you is a debt that can never be paid off. As a child of God, never be so hypocritical to say that because I have loved you more, that is a debt I owed you, so you must pay it back. As I show you love, you must also show that love back. No, the Bible says love is the only debt that can never be paid off. If you love from a cheerful and a willing heart, a loving heart, a godly heart. And if the person you're showing love does not love you back, that should not be your concern. That should not bother you. But anything that we borrow, anything that we are lended by those people who we borrow from, we must pray to God to open our ways. You know, the devil will always frustrate us once we borrow from people. He will frustrate us and shut the doors of our finances. Because he understands, once you have a debt, even the kingdom of heaven to enter, it will be a problem until you accomplish or you pay it back. No matter how much one has loved you, he is under obligations to keep on loving. No matter how you have loved somebody, you are under obligation of keeping to love. I want you to understand something here. The one another doesn't suggest that we should only love fellow believers, but also other people who are not of our fellowship, who are not of our faith. As the second half of the verse makes clear, fellow man. So we need not to forget that we as believers, we are warned not to do evil in order to get money. That is one thing you need to understand. Some of us, we are in debt. And those people who already ask, every time they call us, they threaten us, they use foul languages against us. But that should not push us into doing evil, into doing silly things, so that we can get money and pay it back. When you read from the book of Luke, chapter 3, you will see why God is encouraging us, why God is talking to us in a such a way that we should not, never allow the circumstances you are facing, the pains you are going through, the lack you are going through, the debt. It doesn't matter how big the debt is, but make a covenant with God and with your salvation that even if I have a big debt that I need to pay, God help me not to do anything that is evil. As long as you have to understand that once you get money, you will pay it. God will help you to get out of that situation, and he will open the door so that you can pay it back. Then the tax collectors also came to be baptized and said to him, Teacher, what shall we do? Luke chapter 3, verse 12-14. And he said to them, collect no more than what is appointed for you. Likewise, the soldiers asked him, saying, and what shall we do? So he said to them, do not intimidate anyone or accuse falsely, and be condemned with your wages. So here we see how Jesus was encouraging this fellow not to do anything that is wicked in the name of getting money, in the name of earning money. There is where most of Christians in the church get wrong. Every time when the station of the condition comes, it worsens. We find ourselves doing silly things to make money. When the Bible is very clear that we should be content with what we have. Even if you don't have, you should be content with your situation. Looking and calling unto God, meaning steadfast in your faith, understanding that a God you are serving is not a deaf God. It's not a God who doesn't care for his people, but is a caring God, is a loving God. And he understands the condition you're in and is working it out to make everything possible for you. So, most of us also have to understand under this topic, bribery is forbidden by God. Bribery is forbidden by God. Never bribe anybody. Never use anything to bribe anybody so that you can find favor, so that you can find prize or purpose with a person. That is forbidden. Never do anything in the name of bribing anybody. Most of people in the church or in this world, sometimes they find themselves in a difficult situation whereby they can't pay back the debts they took from their lenders. And then when they are asked, when they are pushed to the wall, some of them say, you know, I don't have money, but there's something, if you can agree with me, I will give that thing to you. Anything you offer in the name of making the person not continue asking you for what he borrowed, what he lent you, that is a bribe, a bribery. some amount of money, but paying it back, it has become a problem. Then I tell the woman, oh, I can even, if you accept, I can even sleep with you so that now we can write off the debt. If I'm a woman, I tell the man, oh, just accept my body, sleep with me, and then you write off the debt because I can't lie to you. For now, the way things are going, the way things are working, I don't think if I can get money to pay you back. But if you can, it's okay. It's not a thing. Anything that is against the will of God, anything that is against the word of God, let us be very careful. Let us not allow the situation we are in to push us into doing what is evil. Even if the situation is tough, then what you can bear, than your control, than how you stand, and your perseverance, your patience. You just focus on God and understand. Every time you find your push on the wall by the learners, remember Haggai chapter 2 verse 8 and put it into your mind. And every time use that scripture to speak to your God. Tell God, it is not, and it was not my wish to borrow a such man. When I borrowed, I had an intention of improving my welfare. I had an intention of supporting myself, of bringing, of using it to make more interest so that I can change my condition and pay it back. But when I took it, something tragic happened, and then I lost of money in a way that I cannot even understand. I cannot even explain. Sometimes you had an intention. You have an intention of borrowing around 100,000 shillings from someone who has money so that you can buy ABC and start up your business or stock more stocks in a place of business. And after doing that, you find, hey, because of some other things, maybe it can be a curse, maybe it can be attack from the enemy. The stocks you brought sometimes fail without doing or making a profit from it, and then you find paying back the debt becomes a problem. You should not kill yourself. You should not do anything silly, but use Haggai chapter 2 verse 8 to remind God every time on your knees that you say, God and silver are for the Lord. And now because God and silver are for you, that is why I have come to you. And then also, you can also add Matthew chapter 6 verse 3 in your prayers. Every time when you're crying for your financial breakthrough, use the scriptures, my friend. There is power in the scriptures. It doesn't matter how tough, how difficult the situation is, but once you use the word of God, the word of the scriptures, the quotation from the word of God, and tell God, I have come to you. And if truly this is your word, and you are the one speaking to me in Haggai chapter 2 verse 8, if truly you are the one speaking to me in Matthew chapter 6 verse 3, today on my knees I have come so that you can set my financial problem so that I can pay back the debt that I bought from the debt. God will see you because He is a God who honors His words. He is a God who respects His word. And then you tell Him in prayers, God, you say in the Bible, in the book of never ever fail to quote a scripture, the chapter and the verse in the scripture. If you quote the words, not quoting the verse of the chapter, you are doing nothing. Make sure you memorize the scripture, the verse, and the chapter. If it is Matthew, mention Matthew and the chapter and the verse, and then make sure the words you are using are in line with the chapter and the verse that you have mentioned. When you use that in exact way, in a perfect way, as it is written in the Bible, and tell God, this is your word, and you are the one speaking to me as a child. You are the one who wrote this. So if abideth by his words. So if we use exact words, God will honor it and God will do it. Then you tell God, I'm before you, I'm in your presence. According to Matthew chapter 6, verse 3, the Bible is very clear that seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things shall be added to you as well. And then you tell God, now I am here to seek first your kingdom. I have left everything, even my business I have abandoned it, even anything that, even whatever I was supposed to do today, I have abandoned it so that I can first seek your kingdom, your righteousness. Because you're telling me, once I seek your kingdom and your righteousness, all these things I'm looking for shall be given to me as well. Now I'm coming to you, God, as a person who is frustrated, as a person who is overwhelmed, as a person who is disturbed by debt. How am I going to pay back when the doors of my finances have been shut? There's not even a single window that is open for my financial breakthrough. But now I have come so that you can see me through. And then you also use Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 coming down. Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 coming down. You tell Jesus of Nazareth that you say, these are your words. In Matthew chapter 7, verse 7 coming down. These are the exact words. And because you're a God, you are a master who abides by your words. Now, in your word, in the Bible, you have said and you have promised us that seek and shall find, knock and the door shall be opened, ask and shall be given. Now I am asking, I am seeking a door of financial breakthrough. I'm seeking a deliverance from debt so that I can be able to pay debts and be delivered from this shame of debt. God, this is the word. God will open the way because he honors his word. As you continue to pray for financial breakthrough, we have Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1. And then you speak to God that God, your ears are not dull, are not too deaf to hear my sound when I call unto your name. But they are open 24 hours. And your hands are not too short to deliver, to touch us, to help us, to heal us, to promote us, to improve our welfare. So here I come, God. If there's anything that I have done that is against your will, that is against your purpose, that is against your plans in my life, that is against your word in my life, here I come seeking for your forgiveness so that you can forgive me. Because I know through your forgiveness there is freedom, there is deliverance. When you use the same words, the exact words from Isaiah chapter 51, chapter 59 and verse 1, there is power in that scripture. There now we are directed to a position of repentance, that for our ways to be opened, for God to grant us with a financial breakthrough. There are some things that we have done that causes financial stability, that causes us to go through financial freedoms. We've been paralyzed financially. Maybe it can be because of what we have done against the will of God. Then we use Isaiah chapter 59 verse 1 to tell God, please forgive us, forgive me. Here I come in your presence. I'm seeking for your forgiveness. And then after asking for forgiveness, after making a prayer of confession because of what you've been doing, what you think that actually you have done against the will of God, which stands as the hindrance, which stands as the causes of the problems that we are facing, which stands as the cause of chronic financial problem. After repenting, then you tell God. Now, in the same verse, you are reminding me that your ears are not too dull or deaf to hear, but are open to hear. Now, here I am. I submit my case before you, before your throne, before your court, and it's a judge of justice. Judge my case, settle my case. God will fight for you. God will hear your cry. God will open your ways, and you will find a way ahead of you. In the same verse, you speak in your prayers, you speak to God using the same verse, and you tell God, your hand or your hands are not too short to reach me, to touch me, to bless me, to open my ways, to touch my finances, to change my financial status. Now, stretch your hand upon my financial status and touch and open it. Anything that is blocking my financial breakthrough, anything that stands as the hindrance to my financial breakthrough, right now, through Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1, God, your hand has the power. May it touch and remove every cloud that stands as the hindrance of my financial breakthrough, and God deliver and open. God will open. God will open. And as we continue with the search journey of confession, never also forget Lamentation chapter 5 verse 7, that our forefather sinned, and after sinning, the Bible says they died long ago. They are no more. And because they died in sin, without confessing their sins, without repenting of their sins, without